I'm doing I was doing some lightly like stir-fried vegetables in here, and it started getting real smoky. Not sort of in the air, because I've I've been cooking with crushed red pepper, and it activated the pepper, and I started coughing, and I couldn't think clearly. So I have some broccoli. So this is the broccoli that I have. Put in there a little bit of broccoli. All right, broccoli florets. These are like raw and washed and ready to eat. We've got kale slaw. Okay, you can actually just use this as vegetables in anything. I'm actually making a pasta dish. I put the lid on. All right, I put the lid on because, and this is not proper. This is not a proper sauteing pan because I don't have very much space. Anyway, you can still cook it this way. All right, so what I have done is put the lid on, and everything's going to cook out enough, right? Just so that the broccoli is just a little bit tender, and the kale is just a little bit tender, because I don't want to lose the vitamins and make it all mushy, right? And then I can take the lid off when I want to cook out some of this juice. Fucking mess over here. Yeah, a little bit messy. So, because I'm busy. Now, right, looks like this. It's silly me. I don't know how to do a cooking show. I mean, I really don't. So the broccoli is just a little bit tender. Here we go. Broccoli is just a little bit tender. The other vegetables are tender, and there's just a little bit of this juice in there. And this juice has to do with pepper. Has to do with pepper, red pepper, and olive oil, and juices from literally the broccoli. Literally, there's cabbage, purple cabbage in there, so there's like a nice juice in the bottom, and I'm going to use that. Right, I'm going to use that for my pasta. Okay. Whoa, I'm going to put in some mushrooms real quick, but they're more tender than the broccoli. You got to put the broccoli first. Wash your mushrooms. Okay. Oop. This is a time sport, by the way. It's a time sport, so you got to be real careful. So I'm going to get like this many mushrooms, and I'm going to wash that one off too. You don't throw that away. Okay, because you're going to wash it in the sink. Okay. Throw that in there. And also, if it fell on the floor and you're like, ew, disgusting, it fell on the floor, I want to throw it away. You're cooking it right now. And with you cooking it, you don't have anything to worry about. Okay? You rinsed it off. I mean, that's as good as, you know, it pretty much gets, because it comes from the dirt anyway. And some people wash all their vegetables very, very specifically with vinegar and things. I don't really go through that process, and I tend to be okay. And I have an autoimmune disease. I don't really get sick that often. A little bit of pink Himalayan salt. I made this earlier. This is tempeh, and look how I made it. Now at this point, it's cooled down. when I put it into a dish, it's gonna taste a little bit like chicken. To be perfectly honest, it tastes like chicken. And you're gonna find you can actually cook this in your toaster oven. I'm gonna put about this much because this is actually a lot for one person. And I'm gonna be a bad girl and use this. This is fully cooked pasta, but I'm busy, so I'm gonna use this. And I'm going to use a small portion of pasta and rely more on the vegetables for making me feel good, making me feel full and like I've eaten something than the pasta. And that's a tip. Not that much pasta. Right? There we go. Probably enough. This might even be too much food for one sitting. I might be full. I have some more of this vegan pesto that I really like. If you want to get a bottle open, you want to get a bottle like this open, and if you can't get it open because you're a female and you have no arm strength, watch. I'll show you. It's a mess over here, but I'll show you. Watch. There we go. We live and we learn. This is a clean fork. Always, if you open a container, use a clean utensil to stir it and use it clean. Always use clean things. Clean utensils. Don't, if you're going to lick it, don't put it back in the bottle because it'll cause you to get sick. The pesto. Smell the pesto. God, the lighting's really weird over here, but I actually have, it's so dark, but I actually have a large box light on me. It's weird. Why it's so dark, why it feels so dark in this. Okay, so this is pretty much done, and what I'm going to do is put this Daya Parmesan shredded cheese. I'm just gonna put, maybe this much. You know what I say? If you don't have the right utensils and it doesn't look right, who cares? Some people use a fucking fork for everything. I mean, that's it. A fork and a paper plate. I mean, that's all some people really need. So here we go. See it? Can you see that? Okay. I think it smells good, it looks good, it's delicious, it has tempeh. If it has tempeh, I'm all over it. Really messy in here now.